Okay, let's talk a bit about Google's shopping network campaigns, hacks and manipulations. So the deal with Google's shopping network campaigns is that they are really limited, and when I'm saying really limited, it's like you can't do anything. I mean, there are some stuff that I understand why they're automated, like the ads, like there is a certain template and everything is being imported from your store directly. Amazing. But the other stuff I don't really understand, like for example, why can't I choose keywords and I just have to run the campaign and just block them as negative keywords? What's up with bidding and the whole competitive advantage? And why is it all automated? So anyways, I'm gonna share with you guys a couple of stuff that I want you to consider if you're going to start a shopping network campaign. This stuff is going to help you with lowering your shopping campaign costs and also scale up traffic coming from winning keywords, because even with automated campaigns on Google you can still make a lot of stuff and a lot of changes. So I'm gonna just stop right here and ask you guys, please make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook page and Instagram page. This is really important because it's taking me a lot of time. So the first tip that I want to share with you guys, the first manipulation, is that most of the times when you launch a shopping ads and shopping campaign, network campaign, you're gonna have a few keywords that are going to be doing altogether something like 30 or 50% of the volume. And sometimes they would convert and sometimes the CPA would be super high. But regardless, just because of the volume and the focus and the fire that they are attracting inside that specific campaign, what I want you to do and what I suggest doing is, and this is the structure inside that we're gonna build inside the shopping network. And after you're gonna spend a few thousands on that campaign and really recognize which keywords are the ones that are pulling in all of those clicks and volume, I want you to select those keywords, mark them down and add them into basically a negative type of keyword. Then what you want to do is download the Excel file with all of the other keywords that are not marked as negative, like outside of those, for example, 3-5 keywords that are high volume, you've marked them down as negative keywords. You're gonna download the Excel file, open up another shopping campaign, and basically add all of those keywords, the big list that doesn't have those large volume, as negative keywords to that campaign. So what you're gonna end up is having two different campaigns that are not overlapping. One is just the one that has like all of the other keywords that are not the high volume keywords, and one that has only the high volume keywords essentially. So what you want to do is two things. First of all, make the initial ROAS optimization on the high volume keywords, make sure that it's lowered, so you'll get your CPA and increase the ROAS bidding on the other more broader and actually just the old campaign with those high volume keywords. So what you want to do is take that old campaign and increase the bid, the ROAS bid there by 10 to 20%, so it would give the other keywords that are losing the auction a fair chance and get impressions that way. You're gonna get a lot more control first of all, and basically just more scale out of those really keywords that didn't get a fair chance of really getting the impressions and winning the bid, just because first of all those high volume keywords were attracting all the fire, and second of all maybe also the budget would run out, and also because of just the bid that you needed to manage the volume from those high volume keywords. And this is going to give you hopefully more control of this really super automated campaigns and overbidding also. So there is one last thing that I want you to do, and that's prioritizing the campaign. So under campaign settings you have three options: low, medium and high settings, and the recommendation is that if you have one campaign, just make sure that it's set to high. But if you have two campaigns, I want you to set the high volume keywords to medium priority, and the campaign with the high volume to where the high volume keywords are excluded, I want you to set it into high priority. So those ones are going to get a fair chance. The second tip that I'm going to share with you is that make sure that you copy those negative keywords when you have a large list into other shopping campaigns. So if you decided, for example, to scale on Bing and stuff like that, and just in general, when you're optimizing, make a rule of thumb according to the target CPA, when you're taking into consideration, of course, the average order value coming from that keyword, and most of all the average conversion rate in the account, and I want you to optimize the search terms according to that. And if you see a generic keyword that's coming back in multiple variations, make sure that you just exclude it manually by writing down the broad match type for that word, and not just let Google give you the specific variations, which would be sometimes endless just because of the long tail. The third tip that I'm going to share with you is that Google is going to pull a lot of keywords from the product description. Okay, that's how the targeting or the automated keyword selection really works. So I want you to really make sure that you have the correct description written down. That's on one hand long enough, and the other hand not too long. And if you see certain keywords that are causing you trouble in the campaigns, make sure that you remove them from the description or just use another word, because that's going to keep popping up and causing you trouble in the campaigns. So I just want you to make sure that you remove them from the description inside your Shopify store, for example. Make sure that it's updated inside the Google Merchant Center. And just for example, if you're selling yoga pillow and you start getting traffic from words and keywords like pillows for my house, for example, see just how you write it in a different way. That's actually that's a pretty difficult example because you can't really write another word for pillow, but I think you get what I'm saying. So the fourth tip of today is going to be that if you already have a list of negative keywords from a search campaign, make sure that you copy them inside your shopping campaign right from the start. Make sure that you also add generic keywords like free, refunds, service, scam, etc. You won't be getting that traffic. You don't want to get that traffic. You just want to avoid it right from the get-go. The next wolf tip that I'm going to share with you guys is make a remarketing campaign on the shopping network. Okay, and also make sure that you exclude that specific audience segment on the other campaigns. That needs to be a high priority in terms of like the settings, the priority settings, campaign 2. That's a campaign that's super essential. You should be opening it up really from the get-go. The last wolf tip regarding shopping campaign manipulations and hacks would be bid adjusting specific states and cities. Okay, when you have enough data, make sure that you start bidding certain cities that bring you really good or bad clicks, decrease the bids or increase them. You don't really have a lot of options in terms of like bid adjustments, etc., but you wanna use whatever you can with those campaigns. Just by implementing some of those tips that I just gave you, that could be a game changer in terms of your campaign and give you a lot of control where your competitors are really likely to be missing it. Again, make sure that you like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching till now.